Verma, your host, come those for this evening. Hi, good evening, namaskar, sat Shri Akal everyone. I am Anjali Verma, your host, come those for this evening, and I extend a very warm welcome to each one of you to Sanskriti Events Presents Lockdown Talks, Quarantine Talks, Session 11. And every time we come up with something new, new topic, new guest. And the topic we're going to discuss this evening is very special as after Corona, this is also one amongst the main main topic everybody is talking about, especially the industry people. So the topic of this evening is COVID-19 impact on event industry. Our event industry, 60 million Indians are getting impacted because of this pandemic due to loss of business, uncertainty about the fact of what is happening nowadays. So we'll discuss all these things. हम लोग आज बहुत सारी बातें करेंगे. We have got some very eminent guests with us. So to start with the discussion, I would like to invite our first guest of the evening. He is Mr. Dhaval Paleja, who's an artist manager and owns the company Personal Artist Management. So please welcome Dhaval Paleja.
Hi Anjali, how are you?
Hi Dhaval, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you. First of all, I like to thank Ankit and Sanskriti Events for inviting me here and having such a nice host for the evening. Anjali, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You altogether boosted my morale at the beginning only. So
Okay.
thank you so much for being here, Dhaval. It's an honor to share this stage with you, and I'm sure I'm going to learn, and our viewers are going to learn so much from your experience and views. So thank you
We
for
all are
being
going to
here.
today. We all are.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So my next guest of this evening is very pretty, Miss Geena Dosanjh. She's also an artist manager and owner of Crown Media and Entertainment. So please, everybody, put your hands together for this pretty girl, Geena Dosanjh.
Hi, thank you so much. What a lovely introduction, Anjali.
Hi,
Obviously, when you
Geena.
see beauty, you also feel equally beautiful. So, thank
Yeah,
you
you're radiating
for
that to me.
inviting
Thank
me.
you.
And a great initiative by Events and Ankit. It's beautiful that he's actually invited all of us here today. And it's lovely to see you, Dhaval. We always talk
Great
on
to see you,
WhatsApp,
Geena,
but
as well.
we've never actually met face to face. So this is great.
Met
This
face
is
to face,
lovely.
exactly. Yeah, correct,
And
correct.
I am super honored to have two amazing people with me. And I'm going to
Yes.
invite the third one now. So our third guest of the evening is Mr. Abhijit Hegde, who's again an artist manager and owner of Big Feather Entertainment. So please welcome Mr. Abhijit Hegde. Hi Abhijit,
Hello, hi everyone.
how are you
Hi
doing?
Anjali.
Hi,
I'm doing
hi.
I'm doing superb. Hi Dhaval. Hi Geena.
Hi,
It's so
Abhijit.
lovely
Hi
to see you
Abhijit.
all.
Good to see you. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before we'll
Like
start
Geena
with this,
rightly said, we never met the whole. I think we never met face to face ever. But this is a very wonderful
Yeah.
I
opportunity that
don't
we're
know. I
coming and
think
discussing.
I've been in this industry for so long. I think 15, I've grafted, I think 15 years almost, and I've never
Yes,
met any of you. And it's just so
true.
beautiful that we can do this.
It
Yeah.
goes the same with us, I think.
Yeah,
Abhijit, we've also never met. We've spoken on the phone for a
No.
while now, and
we
yeah,
never met. Yeah,
we all are.
right.
this is
It's wonderful.
what virtual world is doing to us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So
Definitely.
yeah, before we start with our quarantine talks and discussion on COVID-19 impact on event industry, I would like to introduce each one of you to our viewers again, Dhaval Paleja, Geena Darshan, and Abhijit Hegde. So, on behalf of all our viewers, I would like to give a big round of applause for every one of you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
I,
you.
from Sanskriti Events and on behalf of Ankit, would like to extend a very warm welcome to all three of you. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you.
It's been almost more than a decade you people are in this industry. So how are you people feeling? Like, I'm sure being from event industry, it was kind of impossible a task to stay at home for so long. So it goes for all of you all together. How are you people feeling in lockdown? We'll start with
I
Geena, please.
I think in the beginning, I think in the very initial stages, it was very scary and very shocking, and it almost felt like you lost a part of your life. And then I'm sure Dhaval and Abhijit will understand and agree on this, that when you're so busy running around, trying to get events, talking to people, you're on the phone, no time to eat. There's just no time to breathe, basically, and then all of a sudden everything comes to a standstill. Um, it kind of can be
Right.
depressing, and I think in the initial 15 days I didn't know what to do with myself, to be very honest. So
Oh,
but now I would say that I unfortunately, but very fortunately, I think this is the best thing that could have ever happened. Not the
wow.
COVID-19,
True.
but the
Mm.
Yeah,
break from that lifestyle where we had become very selfish individuals. So
very true,
yeah.
very true. I so appreciate your genuine thoughts, Geena. Over to you, Dhaval. What about you?
To me, as she said, like it was really difficult in the beginning, in the initial stage, for like a week and two. It was like really shocking, and I was not able to breathe. It was like, what shall we do? So I just got a call from one of my event friend, Hira. We just spoke and shared our thoughts that we should do something, ideally sitting at home, and that's how we got a concept, an IP which is registered now, called as living room concert. So everybody is into digital shows right now. So what we have developed is something called as living room concerts, where all the artists can come up. They can do shows online from their home as well as from the studio. So the people who are comfortable. So we have a studio at Oshiwara Andheri and Ghatkopar. Whosoever wants, we can get 2 3 musicians there. We have the whole setup, exactly like the setup of the stage which we had. But yeah, there is no travel and stay included. So that's the only thing which is
Whosoever
missing,
wants, we
which
can
we always had
get
there.
2 3 musicians.
And yeah, so we have to go because the show has to go on. As we know, in the event industry, it is said by someone really great, the show must go on.
So you are proving the quotation right that good fortune is when an opportunity meets with the good planning, right? So you have already planned and now you're working on it. So the creativity is actually helping you people now.
It is helping everybody, not only me. Everybody is getting somewhat or the other inquiries. I've already started receiving inquiries for November, like cities like Palanpur, Udaipur, which are not that affected, but we
Okay,
are not yet sure that we can travel or no. But it's like the new
okay,
normal, which is for certain period of time. We cannot make it for sure like it's going to be for life, or it is the new thing which is going to be always, because we can't
always
do
right.
shows like this is just for a certain couple of months or a year, maybe. That's it.
Right, right. Very true, very true. We just have to be careful for another year and then everything will be back to normal.
Correct.
So
Right.
over to you, Abhijit.
So yeah, rightly I agree with Gina. Initially, we were so occupied in our lives that we hardly we didn't even had time to look after ourselves. We did so many shows back to back. It's good in a way. It's good to everyone doing the work by God's grace. Everyone was very busy, and all of a sudden this happened. It was very unprecedented. Like even right now the things are very bleak to everyone, which we don't know. Everyone is trying their level best to be as innovative as possible. So, what my outlook and my whole perception about the situation is that it's okay. Sometimes in life you need to just relax. It's okay. It's just a phase. There have been times. I'm sure we all were like so occupied with our phone calls. Like I don't remember an hour without call. And then after this COVID, I just keep staring at my phone doing nothing. I mean, I literally once told my friend, यार credit card वालों को बोलो call करे अभी तो you know प्लीज लाइक आई एम मुझे को पॉलिसीज कोई पॉलिसीज बेचो कोई तो क्रेडिट कार्ड बेचो यार आई एम यूज्ड टू बी ऑन फोन so but then now eventually we got used to it, so it's
You
it's
know,
Yeah,
okay to be
every one
not
of
doing
us.
anything.
Saying that,
Wonderful,
Abhijit,
wonderful.
I think I used to hear people say, oh, I feel like I'm talking to the wall, and I guess we all at home have mastered this now, talking to the wall. So
Seriously.
So true.
yeah,
But I second
So
Gina that it's an amazing phase, and I myself am very glad that it actually happened to us, and we got this
yes,
time for ourselves. The me time is like back now. It's the new in.
right.
So, my next question for you, people, all three of you, is as per government rules, nowadays, no more than 40, 50 people can gather at one place. So, what according to you, how do you feel like how successful will event industry will be in another 1 year if the scenario will be the same? I mean, it's very difficult to host events for 40, 50 people, and because we are used to of having big gatherings, nice mass media and everything. So how, according to you, it's going to happen?
So, Dhaval, if you can start, or
Yeah.
yeah. Dhaval, I
Yeah,
think you
sure.
should start.
Yeah, so as we all know that digitally we are going well right now, but we are not getting the budgets. Everyone knows the budget has become half or it has become 25% for the artist. But artists are bored at home. They want to do because this is a very different kind of a job which an artist do, and even an artist manager. It's a very thankless job, I can say, like a mom, because an artist manager is like a mom to his own artist or her own artist.
Right.
So it's like something we need to do digitally. One second, if there are 50 people, we have to do something like अगर वो live हो रहा है तो other guests, like if they have 200 people to invite in the शादी, 50 लोगों को invite कर लिया है, तो वो 200 लोगों को हम digitally पहुंचा पाए कि like जो show वहाँ पे हो रहा है या production जो
Okay.
वहाँ पे है, and that way we can show it to them also. The engagement ceremony is going on, corporate show is going on, and we are digitally showing the show where the artist is performing. So let me just tell you this. I want to share with you guys that I had a show of one organization in US this year, one of the artists, where I had called you Abhijit for Palak also, but वो crack नहीं हुआ. Some other artist was booked, and उसमें we logged the show. We've got the advances. So I just told the client that you have 30,000 people. It's a very big show at North Carolina. So 30,000 people now. It's not possible to do that. So let's do something. We will go live from the artist page. He will speak about your organization also. Will do show from the auditorium or a studio setup here, and they agreed to it with the same budget. They're on for it because they don't have to spend for
Okay.
tickets. They don't have to spend for the stay, as well as this something new concept. And they are like, कि, okay, अगर वो artist के page से जाता है, so the organization is also getting some like advertisement or something, like what they need. So that's
Right.
happening. It's nothing. It is not going to be there, but yeah, of course, budgets are going to affect.
Yeah. Over to you, Gina.
I'll be very honest. I think I on a personal level, and I think if I was a singer or if I was an artist, I wouldn't want to be in the space that we are in now. I would
Right.
not want to do. I would not want to entertain the world where I can't have a one-on-one interaction. I wouldn't want uh, to have that stolen away from me. And I feel after hearing a lot of people, a lot of artists who are, again, just like us, who have been busy and now are sitting at home, um, it almost feels like they have lost that sanity, and I
Right.
think they've lost the sanity in the sense that they they don't see that connection of them doing stuff digitally. It's going to take a long time for all of us to actually accept that digital is the only way and there is no other way. Like when television came, everybody knew that it took time to get onto television, from black and white to color, and from television to Netflix and Amazon and various other channels and digital platforms. But it's going to take a long time, and I don't think that it's going to be accepted in the way Double explains that it would be. I think it will take a lot of time. I think we're at a very big loss as far as the music industry is concerned. More so for the artist managers than the artist. Artist managers also have bills to pay. Artist makes a lot of
True.
money. you know.
And nowadays, it's actually, coming to the nerves of all the artists. I can imagine, and it actually hurts. I mean, the way the life used to be, it was so happening. If not for money, at least you had a lifestyle. You were living in a certain phase, and then now it is like something which is stolen from you just overnight. So yeah, it is difficult for artists, definitely. So Abhijit, what are your views on it?
So I feel that, like Geena said, that, change is needed. This time is where, entire, like Dhaval also said, rightly said that, entire world is going digital. But I feel along with digital, the change is needed, no doubt about it. You need to adapt with the situation or else you will be obsolete. But along with the change, you need to be innovative. You need to think something out of the box. Even if you're doing something on digital, you need to come up with an idea or come up with a concept which actually entice the corporate client. Because if I was a marketing manager sitting out there, if I'm spending X amount on an artist, but the people they don't get that feel of the entertainment, even if the artist, because I can't blame the technology right now. I mean, I'm really sorry to say that we don't have that kind of internet and all that, because I did a show. Likewise, I did a digital show for one of the corporates. I did one of the private events. But there were lag, there were technical difficulties. I'm not saying that in live event there aren't any problems. Obviously there are, but digital space, it will take time. Like how Geena said that it's not going to happen overnight, and along with that you need to be really innovative. And when it comes to 50 passenger, 50 packs that the government has allowed, eventually it will increase. I'm sure with time it will increase. Like a ballroom which had a capacity of, let's say, 400 people, it will shrink down to 50. Then the whole layout will change. The more partitions will come into place, the more the layouting will be different. On a table where there were 8 people sitting, there will be 4 people sitting. But if the corporates have to do it, they will do it, as per the guidelines. So in likewise, if you see, there are a lot of activities, engagement activities also, the corporates are actually looking forward to do it. I'm sure with time, the numbers of 50 will increase, but it's just a phase, maybe a couple of months, and then things will start moving in a positive direction. But right now, the most important worry is about the entire industry that we all are facing. And this industry is just not you and me. There are a lot more people involved, right from your sound engineers to the musicians to the technicians. So everyone is suffering. So as an industry as a whole, even the artists, if we can encourage them to come forward and help in any ways that's possible, it's going to really help those people, who are whose bread and butter was on the music, on the shows, live shows.
Very well
So
said. You're so right. I think people have missed
yeah,
missed this a lot. It's not
do
just about the singer. It's not about the artist. There's a whole team behind an
Team,
event.
right,
exactly.
Even from the guy that serves you water. I mean, it's
true,
very nice that you
true.
brought that up, Abhijit. Nice
Definitely,
point.
Yeah. So
definitely.
I
I
mean,
I so appreciate this point of yours, Abhijit, that it's not only about artists, it's not only about event managers,
right,
it's not only about people who are, interested in attending events and organizing events. It's about the
right, right.
smaller scale people also who are actually getting affected because of this, because they are the ones who are, this is the
True.
bread and butter of those people. They also have to pay
Especially
rents. They also,
freelancers.
Correct.
Like
exactly.
Gina said right now, the bottle wala or anybody like pani ka bottle leke aa raha hai, ya freelancers who are doing like
Yeah.
a girl or a guy working as a hostess or a promoter
Yeah.
or something like that. Everybody is affected.
That exactly. It was such a nice point put up by Abhijit that
Yeah,
आप bottle वाले से ले लीजिए, even the water guy. What is the future of these people during this 1 year? I mean, we are giving work to artists. At least, if not the full amount, they are getting something or the other. At least they are visible. But then, what about those people who are actually working behind the forces, and now they are the ones who are suffering the most? So it's very disheartening, definitely. So my next question to you is, what do you think that in this digital and virtual world, how much an artist should quote for digital event? Gina, we'll start with you.
I think Okay. It's a very tough question because there's artists out there who used to charge anything near 4 CR to 10,000 rupees, and now now that these digital concerts are going to start, what should they charge? Um, the reason I love what has happened, and I'm sorry, I'm cutting away from your question, is that we all are back on ground zero. Today, the most richest artist is exactly where the most smallest artist was, zero. So
Okay.
this is the space now where I really feel that those artists that are zero should start now quoting more than what they were actually getting when they were doing live shows.
Okay.
And the ones that were minting crores should be not performing at all. I think they should be
Obviously.
supporting those artists who probably never even got 50,000 or a lakh rupee for a show and sang their guts out for like 2 hours on a stage. Be it a girl getting eyed up by men or be it a guy getting fondled by women. And those artists that had made those crores should now support them by getting shows for them
Beautiful.
through their own camp. I think that's what should happen.
Very
Amazing.
well said, Geena.
Honestly,
Trust
Beautiful.
me.
Yeah.
Amazing. I really
because
like this thing what
it's
you said.
yeah, that's what they should do. Because can I drop a name? And Arijit Singh is not going to get 50% of what he charged on a live platform today on a digital platform concert. Not possible. But what Arijit can do is that those crores that he did make, he can pick out 10 artists that were in the camp of 5,000 rupees to 2 lakh rupees and support them.
Beautiful.
And
This
maybe
was the most
connect
beautiful thing,
connect though yeah connect his clients to them and get them work
Wonderful,
because they
wonderful.
gotta
If
survive.
we can, if we can actually start helping each other like that, this world will be a better place, definitely. So,
Yeah,
Dhaval, over to
ground
you.
zero, that's why I said ground zero.
Yeah, yeah, Dhaval.
I'm just really shocked to hear this. It's like something really beautiful and really nice, Gina. It's like I'm just thinking, पहले मेरे दिमाग में क्यों नहीं आया? It's like really nice, and I really appreciate that because I know singers and actors and couple of people who are struggling yet and not yet achieved any brand value as per like a bigger brand or something. They are really into a mess. I have people who have called me and they've settled again back to their villages and not getting work, especially more than artists, musicians. Of course, everybody is an artist, but it's like musicians are suffering the most right now. So I was personally trying to do a couple of unplugged shows without a singer because musicians are calling me and they're like, "Dhaval bhai, there is no work. How would we even give rent? 20,000 rent bhi nahi ho pa raha. There is no food. There is no facility for us. Even if I'm doing a living room concert where I'm getting work for singers right now, but musicians का सारे musicians को काम देना impossible होने लगा. So it's something really beautiful Gina said. If the artist stops, like a bigger brand thinks कि हाँ चलो हम काम अभी फिलहाल नहीं करेंगे, I'll let a smaller brand to work or maybe invest certain amount of money or give certain amount of money, shares their clientele or something or the other. It is going to be amazing, amazing. Yeah.
Thank you, Dhaval. Abhijit, what are your views?
So when it comes to fair pricing and when it comes to mentioning about the fees, it's a very unexplored arena. We don't know. We really don't know. If even the artists themselves don't know. When we approach them, like what do we quote? They're like, okay, you get anything because this is the time which they're happy with anything. I mean, there is no benchmark set right now. So
I
we as
remember a couple of
artist
artists
managers
saying,
have the
sorry,
liberty right now.
yeah, they're like जो पैसा आ रहा है आने दो, any money is welcome right now भाई. जो 10 लाख वाले आर्टिस्ट बोल रहे हैं, 2 लाख मिल रहा है, हाँ बता दो.
So this is the right
अरे
time to test your
15,000 रुपए
negotiation
जल्दी कर
skills.
लो.
आपका negotiation skills आप ये time पे अच्छा टेस्ट कर सकते हो कि how
अच्छा
much
टेस्ट
can
कर
you
सकते.
compel the artist. So and you can also realize that how to set the benchmark for everyone. So it's good to see that once upon a time there were not only just artists but even the managers. They're like, this is my benchmark. You can leave the show. I was like, wow, super, but that's not the case right now. Now the messages come, please, this is the quote, and please, in the bold letter, it's negotiable. So we know how that negotiable. So, so it's an unexplored market right now. No one knows. And I honestly feel that, rather doing free shows, everyone right now, there was a time few days back,
Yeah.
5 o'clock, I had at least 5 to 10 people going live simultaneously. Like everyone is live on Facebook. So I feel that that should have been stopped then and there, so that what happens. Client actually goes. It's not only us. It's not only the fraternity. If client has to go, and if we have to pitch something, the first thing they say, "Arey, I saw them live on Facebook already." So that the whole mystery of how this artist is going to perform, it's already there on Facebook.
It's already
So
there.
that curiosity is not there. This is a new, when there is a new product in the market, you always have to maintain the curiosity of it. But if you are revealing that thing by yourself, that all this is what I can give you, then there is a possibility that there is a judgment whether to go for this or not. So, like in the corporates also, I feel that many a time clients experiment. Let's go with this artist, and let's try this artist. So they get to have a different flavor. But if we put everything out there on Facebook, because there's nothing new, even when it
Right.
comes to event, that is something new, because a client cannot see the real flavor how they perform on stage. Digital is
Exactly.
going to be digital. It's going to be digital. You perform it on Facebook, or you perform for Zoom, or you perform on their platform. It's going to sound the same. There's going no,
True.
मुझे
there's
तो
not going to be any
मुझे तो
difference.
लगता है ऑक्शन हम सारे आर्टिस्ट मैनेजर्स को इकट्ठा होकर ऑक्शन करना चाहिए.
किस चीज का ऑप्शन करना चाहिए जीना?
नहीं सीरियसली सोचो, किसी के पास तो काम जाएगा ना. एक ऑक्शन होना
Yeah,
चाहिए आर्टिस्टों का, और उसमें there should be somebody needs to create this app. If there's anybody who is very digitally smart on watching us right now, it's a fantastic app, huh? That there should be a way of having a bid on this, because you rightly what you just said, Abhijit. I have stopped going on Instagram because I think these guys are just singing every day, sitting anywhere. There's no presence. They आधे नहाए नहीं होते हैं, गिटार लेके बैठ जाते हैं, कीबोर्ड पे बैठ जाते हैं, कोई कॉन्वर्सेशन नहीं है, कोई
true,
बात
true.
टॉपिक ही नहीं है बात करने के लिए. And this it's become as though they are become so desperate. But
True.
why?
Also,
They're losing that niche completely.
true. Like I
So
have
this
literally seen a couple of artists. You have 3 viewers, 2 viewers, and those viewers are changing. Like it's not even like 3 viewers. It's वो भी
continues.
change हो
Yeah.
रहा है. कब दो हो रहा है, कब एक हो रहा है. उसका मतलब he's coming. The viewers are coming and they're going. So you don't have. So then what? I mean, are we just making mockery of ourselves, just being there,
It's
and
exactly the mockery
relevance?
only. True.
Relevance is important. I totally agree that this is the time where we need to be there, out there on the social media there, to prove the relevance of our existence. But it does not mean that we need to do it every day. And like I said, every time that what we do, it's we are just in the rat race. Unless we do something innovative and we come up with some idea or some topic, there is so much things to discuss. Like how Ankit did right now, that the session that we are a part of, this is something new. We're talking about the
Yeah.
industry. We're coming, all of us coming together. We've never met, so this is at least new for me, for Geena, for Dhaval, that we came together and we are discussing. This is something innovative. Let's think. Even if you are an artist, why are you called artist? Because you have that art, that talent. Is no one is going to take the talent away from you. Only the platform has changed. I mean, previously you were on stage. Today you are on digital platform. But think, even on stage, you need to do something innovative, right, to stand up. So the same is into digital. You need to really think and then come to a pricing. That this is a unique idea, and this is what I quote for, and you can justify that quote at that time. That
Right.
I've invested myself on this. I've made this IP, and that's the reason I'm quoting. It makes sense to client also. So this is how
True.
the pricing can really be defined if we bring some innovation to our digital platform as well.
Very nice, Abhishek. And I really like the idea of Geena that auction of artists should be there. So let's build a app auction. Artists, please get auction, and you'll get the prize, best prize for yourself. That was really nice. And Let's move further. चलिए अभी artist को छोड़ते हैं. Uh, how do you think? How are we going to overcome this thing? I mean, overcome this situation. When are we going to actually start performing live shows and all? How exactly are we going to overcome this thing? And because it is not going to be same very easily. We will take time to come back to normal. It, even if after an year also, if after this 40-50 packs wala nikal jata hai, and then we'll have more people introducing into and more guidelines from government, then also it will take time. People also will take time to come out to view the artist live. So what according to you, how long will it take to overcome this situation of pandemic? We'll start with Abhijit this time.
Okay. So, honestly speaking, this is just a phase. Like I rightly said before, it's very bleak. The situation is right now very bleak. We don't know what the future holds for us. We don't know what future holds for an event management company or for the entire industry, event management industry, and likewise entertainment industry. Like how we are suffering as artist manager, each and every person who's entangled in this chain of event management and entertainment, everyone is suffering, right from even the artist. No matter what, we can say that they made a lot of money through events and all, but at the same time they have elevated their lifestyle also. They have a lot of loans to pay. So that is, if you see that kind of stress, they also have to go through it. Likewise, even the smallest vendor has to take the stress. The sound vendor will have a stress. So this is just a phase. So what I really feel, all these things that is happening right now, it's all workings of a humankind. Let's be very honest. Wherever we are today, we are suffering because it's our own. Somewhere we humans are behind this. There's no one to be blamed of. Now we cannot blame that it's you, it's me, or it's Geena or Dhaval or any country or any sovereignty or any we cannot blame anyone. It's we, the humankind. We were too busy in our life. I mean, a lot of things that I read about, we were too busy. No one was, even bothered. Even the countries, they were not bothered about medical science, and they were more into, becoming the superpower. Today, the biggest of superpower is just, what is happening. The news we all know. So
Exactly.
right now, so we just need to understand that, suffer what is there to suffer, enjoy what is there to enjoy, and just consider suffering and enjoyment as a part of your life. So you need to suffer, you need to go through this phase. All you need to be is to stay motivated and, motivate the people around you, because that's now in this phase that we are going through. When you are at home, you actually realize that your needs are not big. I mean, your lakhs of shopping a month is not going to help you anything.
It's not helping.
Your
Exactly.
cell phones, your perfumes, your shoes, it's for no one. So as an individual, you can live a very simplistic life. And this is my realization. I actually realized that you don't need anything. I mean, before the quarantine began, I just came to my house with 5 t-shirts, never thinking that this is going to be so long. And now I'm surviving on that 5 t-shirts. To be very honest, so I realized that that's the point. So life is very simple. You understand the beauty of it. Help the people around us. That is very, very much important right now, because this is going to define you. How much have you helped? How much have you touched that person's life who's around you, and he'll remember you throughout your life. Because this is the phase where all of us has to come together and help each one of us, whoever needs a job, whoever needs money in whatever ways. I'm not saying that we can spend thousands and lakhs. In whatever way you can do it, even a smallest of recommendation for a person on a LinkedIn, or sending a CV to a right person, that will also help to get a person job. It can be anywhere. So let's help and help each other. As an industry, we were never united. I'm being very honest. As artist managers
Yes.
also, there were associations, but everyone was busy in their own life, and we were never united. So now is the right time that we all come together, understand each other's suffering, and help each other grow, and grow hand in hand. Just let's not leave anyone behind us. And this is just a phase. It's matter of 5-6 months. I'm sure with time things will change, and everyone will grow. Just ensure that you touch as many lives as possible around you. So that is how I am looking at this situation right now.
This was beautifully explained by you, Abhijit. It's a challenging time, and we all are facing it all together, and we have to face it together by helping each other. Beautiful.
Right.
Dhaval, I would like to know your views on it.
I feel that overcome karna isme is just the only thing what can help us right now is vaccine for
Hmm.
COVID, if you ask me that. And about the event industry, if you merge in that, then it is going to be difficult for at least they're not going to be comfortable by flights or you say by anything anywhere. So it is going to be difficult for 6 months basically right now from down the line,
Yeah, at least 6 months. True. Agree.
at least.
What are your views, Geena?
I think it's gonna take a long time. Um, Purely because, firstly, the vaccine isn't there, and they're fighting to make it happen. Um, Secondly, as far as the events industry is concerned, um, I think people will forget this has happened very quickly. Um, I stepped out of my house yesterday around 10 o'clock, and I saw only 7 people in Lokanwala market. Then I stepped out again at 6:30, and there was a traffic jam
Oh,
on both sides of Lokanwala market. And I was shocked that what happened to social distancing? Are we not having corona everywhere? Like, is so? I think people will forget, but if we're smart enough, we will all find a way out to get the artist and event management fraternity back up. And if people are educated, they will understand that if we follow the guides and the rules that in the guidelines that will be given, entertainment can have its first phase. That fifth gear phase that we already had, where we're doing back to back events, it'll take a very long time for that to kick back in. But let's not spoil it um, by trying to make that fast money.
right.
That's the thing that's very important, because at the moment I see a lot of people cutting corners to make that quick money, thinking दुनिया खत्म हो जाएगी, जो अभी हाथ में आ जाए सब ले लो, because आज मेरे पास कपड़े नहीं है, मुझे खाना अच्छा खाना है, मेरी गाड़ी बड़ी चाहिए थी मुझे, मेरा ड्रीम पीछे रह गया. Well, this whole thing that's happened with us was God's way of putting us all back to zero, because the ones that are very rich have bigger expenses and overheads than the ones that are poor. पोर
True.
बंदा सर्वाइव कर लेगा because उसको आदत नहीं है ये सब exciting lifestyle खाना पीना. But the rich, they would have used all that money just trying to get on that level. So what's happened here is that we're all back to zero. The poor
We're all
is
back
where
to
they
zero.
were, and the rich is zero. So we are all on the same level, and it will take time. And I hope that, and I pray that we all remain blessed, alive, happy. And like Abhijit said, the necessities of life, dal chawal roti mil jaye, bahut badi baat hai.
बहुत बड़ी बात है. So sweet.
हाँ.
Gina,
जिसके
I
पास
would also
5
like to
टी-शर्ट
know.
एक भी होता है, he'll survive. हाँ जी.
True, true. I would also like to know about international events from you because अभी तो हम national के लिए ही बहुत struggle कर रहे हैं. Forget about national. अभी तो हम local events के लिए भी बहुत ज़्यादा struggle करने वाले हैं. So, what are your views? हम लोग कब शुरू कर पाएंगे international events को?
इंटरनेशनल इवेंट्स इस साल के एंड में चालू हो जाएंगे. अनाउंसमेंट्स इंटरनेशनली ऑलरेडी होना शुरू हो गया है. There are a lot of
Okay,
event companies out there internationally who are actually quite hopeful, because these countries like Dubai or US or Canada or the UK are not in the same stigma as we are. Their
right.
sanitation is far more up to date than ours. So their security measures and the audience will be very smart, and they will follow guidelines. So on that basis, I feel that concerts will happen. शादियां भी जरूर होंगी. Corporate events will happen. Um, the only difference will be that it will be systematic and not as it was before, and because I feel people will forget this has happened, it will look and feel the same. I don't think there's going to be a drastic drop in international events because flights will
Mhm.
start, and it's just checkpoints that will be there. Um, and I do feel that I've seen a lot of announcements already, especially in the UK. Concerts are going to be taking place in October, November, December. I've had inquiries for some artists to perform in the UK, in Dubai, in Canada. So I don't think वो ज़्यादा इफेक्ट होगा because in these countries events only happen on a Friday, Saturday or a Sunday. It's not every
Right.
day. You can only get married on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday. You can only
Yeah,
have a concert on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So because of
true.
that, I think definitely international shows will happen. I don't know what the rest of you guys feel on this. I think it will happen.
We'll just hope for the best that it should start soon. But then, keeping in view all the sanitizations and we have to take care of the lives first. And yeah, I just hope for the best that even industry should come back to normal because there are so many people dependent upon this industry, and it's a hard time. It's a tough time for everybody. So Abhijit, आपसे हम concerts
How are
और
you coping with this? You
I am
asked
an
us
army
how are
wife,
you
Geena.
coping with this?
I am an army wife, Geena. So this is not my bread and butter. I'm enjoying my life like anything.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. So, Abhijit, my
Yeah.
question for you is I would like to know more about live concerts from you. I mean, the way Geena has answered about international events, what according to you, like, जैसे अभी I stay in Pune, and I remember यहाँ पर Emiway बनताय का एक show हुआ था, which happened to be in a open lawn, जिसमें ticket was also not that expensive और बहुत सारा local crowd आया था. It was like a check-in type से भी था कि anybody can come buy a ticket and attend the show. So उस तरह के show को organize करना, it's not that easy because if we are selling the tickets in advance, we know what kind of crowd is coming based upon the ticket price. But then if it is something like anybody can enter into the show, so that kind of concert is very, very dicey to host. So what according to you will be our step to host live concerts कितने time बाद?
So, like Gina also rightly said that it will happen. ऐसा नहीं कि ये नहीं होगा. Definitely ये होगा. But with definitely with the certain guidelines that government will pass on, and it's not going to be the same where you're standing amongst 10,000 people, you're cheering and jumping on each other. That's not going to happen. It's I mean, if that happens, it will be a shock of my life to see something like that in next 6-7 months. It's not going to happen for sure because there will be guidelines and there will be a lot of measures to be taken out. So here we need to really the government also have to think that how important they give importance to the lives that are if the lives are important or the event is important. So that is the biggest question that the government has to make right now, and even the event industry. Um, it's very easy to organize an event for like tomorrow if the guidelines are open, like you can do 1,000 people ka event. But then as an organizer, you will have to keep at most be careful about how you maintain how you keep those social distancing norms in place. How about sanitization? How about because honestly speaking, COVID-19 has changed our entire outlook about living. It's not going to be the same. Like you and me and my friends cannot chill in a bar now. At least for next 6 months, standing right next to each other, it's not going to happen. We cannot sit in a restaurant so easily. It's there is the people are scared. Even if they organize, if it's organized, people are scared to go. But it will happen eventually once the vaccine is in place. When we flatten the curve, when people are recovered, like more number of recoveries are happening, when things get normal. Right now, we all are confined to our four walls. We don't know what is actually happening outside. We don't know what is actually happening outside in our locality unless we step out. So the moment the offices begin slowly and gradually, we can get to see that how the cases are increasing, whether they are increasing or they are decreasing, Are we able to contain it? And then, we can plan it. Whoever is planning it, the organizer, they can plan it to keep a number of audiences less, to have that social distancing norms. So it's not that it's not going to happen. It will happen, because life is not going to stop. If this is a pause, then there is, if in a recorder, if there is a pause button, there is obviously a play button. Same goes in our life. So that play button will happen. Right now we are in the pause moment. So it's just a phase 6-7 months down the line. Once everything is contained, I'll definitely see those events happening, and all those artists again back on stage. And even if when it comes to number of people, which is right now 50, so the artist will change their acts. Once upon a time, where anchor used to announce on the stage, "Let's come together and dance." Now she'll say, "Let's please maintain distance and sit and enjoy the music." So that will change for next 6 months, maybe. That's how the acts will change. But the events will happen. In once we are over this, it will definitely happen.
Thank you for this punchline, by the way. I'm going to use it more often now. Okay, so my another question is for Dhaval. Dhaval, हमारे industry में, as हमने international events को भी लिया, we have we spoke about live concerts also, local events also. आपसे मैं ये जानना चाहूंगी कि हमारे इंडस्ट्री में बहुत सारे that fresher artists भी हैं जिन्होंने अभी establish होना शुरू ही किया था, जिन्हें लोगों ने जानना शुरू ही किया था, and now everything is like ठंडे बस्ते में. So now, and the same goes for bands also. अभी नए नए bands आए थे, कॉलेज के बच्चे नए नए bands अभी लेकर आए हैं, and then they started performing, they started making their entry, they people started recognizing them, and now there's a break. And after ये lockdown खुलता है तो definitely what I personally feel is कि आप बड़े artist को भी जब hire करेंगे तो obviously anybody will come because it is going to happen after so long and पैसा इतना नहीं मिलने वाला. So people will prefer having those people who are already established. So what according to you is the future of our new generation, new artists and the new band people, and उनको कितना time लग जाएगा actually में अपना वापस उसी scale पे आने के लिए? Because it doesn't even go for the band people only, not only these artists, even film industry में भी यही चल रहा है. लोगों ने अभी 2-3 ad की थी. Even I did a ad in December, and now I'm sitting at home and feeling like, oh my god, I'm sitting at home doing nothing. So I would like to know your views on it.
So if you ask me personally, I feel that it's a great opportunity for these guys, because कितना भी बड़ा आर्टिस्ट हो, बॉलीवुड आर्टिस्ट हो, स्मॉलर आर्टिस्ट हो, एक स्केल से जो 2 लाख रुपए के ऊपर चार्ज करने वाला आर्टिस्ट था या है जो भी, उसको एटलीस्ट वो जब तक हम 51,000 रुपीज या 1 लाख रुपए नहीं देंगे तो ही विल नॉट बी इंटरेस्टेड टू डू अ शो. अ बिगर आर्टिस्ट हु इज हैविंग अ 10 लाख अमाउंट का बजट, ही विल नॉट बी इंटरेस्टेड इन डूइंग फॉर लेस देन 2-3 lakhs. बट द आर्टिस्ट जिसका कोई बजट ही नहीं था या अभी जस्ट रिकॉग्नाइज होने लगे थे, जिनका बजट 50,000 लाख रुपए या 1.5 लाख रुपए तक पहुंचा था, उनके लिए तो सुपर अपॉर्चुनिटी, बिकॉज दे आर रेडी फॉर एनीथिंग. उनको अगर आप ऑफर करेंगे एक एक्स अमाउंट भी, तो दे विल बी लाइक ओके लेट्स डू इट. एंड रिसेंटली एज वी नो 50 पीपल का जो सोशल गैदरिंग होने वाला है, उसमें बहुत ही कम, ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा बहुत कम, मतलब एटलीस्ट 50 to 60% पीपल विल बी कॉलिंग इन बजट. लाइक ये बजट में बुला लेता हूँ, जो कि एक अनप्लग गिटार पे बजा रहा है, या फिर एक 1-1.5 लाख वाली जो सिंगर है, या तो 1-1.5 लाख वाला जो सिंगर है, उनको बुलाते हैं अगर ये 50,000 रुपए में भी आ जाए तो, या 25,000 रुपए में आ जाए. So that amount is going to be very nominal for an event, for any client or any wedding client or a corporate client, because that money is going to be a peanut for these guys who are spending lakh of rupees for their event. So उनके लिए तो बहुत अच्छी opportunity होगा. They just need a correct person, like अभिजीत है, जीना है, हम लोग हैं, या जो भी है, एक correct manager से भी ज़्यादा they need to connect event people and even the people who are gonna have more shows ahead, event organizers basically.
So according to you, this is going to be a big opportunity for newcomers instead of side effects.
Totally, because I know
agree.
one person in weddings. This guy has started 11 लाख रुपए में मैं 100 लोगों का खाना भी कराऊंगा, 100 लोगों का एवरीथिंग इज डन. सुबह से शाम तक का पूरा डेकोर आ गया, एलईडी आ गया, साउंड आ गया, लाइट आ गया, और उसमें आर्टिस्ट भी आ गया. तो ही हैज टोल्ड मी दैट आपके आर्टिस्ट का मुझे एक अच्छा प्राइस भेजो. तो आई वाज लाइक 11 लाख रुपए में कोई भी कर लेगा. 50 से 80 लोगों का अगर 50 to 80 पीपल गैदरिंग हो रहा है, तो दे विल बी मच इंटरेस्टेड. चलो यार 11 लाख रुपए में मेरा एक जगह भी अच्छा हो रहा है, इवन द प्लेस इज इंक्लूडेड इन दिस. So any place
Wonderful.
that you can decide, it may be a Sara Star, it may be X place, it may be X place, any place. And उसमें artist भी आ गया. So he's like, वो ऐसे organizers will look forward for people who are like just taking 25,000 or 50,000 or max to max a lakh of rupees, not more than that. So these guys are
So,
gonna have a great time.
so it's a good opportunity for those people who want to host
Yes, yes.
their weddings 5-star style
Yeah,
and
yeah,
in
yeah.
budget.
This is
Yeah.
just one of the example I'm saying. There are a lot of corporate people also where I know a company called Hotstar. They have come up with the same thing for their corporate clientele and they're doing amazing. Right now also, I just want to share as a अभी जो आपने share किया ये concerts के बारे में, which you asked Abhijit. So concert, we are doing one concert with Paytm. So this concert is basically not going to be with people. It is not for free. So here we are getting artists, giving them a certain value. We have tied up with Paytm, and what is happening here? They're giving 75% of the ticket selling to the artist. So
Wow.
this is gonna be like a 200 rupees ticket or 300 rupees ticket. It will be on a digital platform, but it is not gonna be from home. It is gonna be on a studio, properly with three musicians, and the sound and everything is as good as like you watching like Saregama on television or something like that. Because we will have sound engineers, everything will be on in-ears, and all the setup is gonna be like killer. It's gonna be like good speakers and everything, which will be connected
Thank you.
digitally.
This was amazingly well. Thank you so much, Dhaval. And my last question goes for all of you. Uh, your one suggestion for the people out there, इस pandemic के time पे, what are your views and what kind of message you want to deliver, especially to the artists who are sitting at home and earning nothing nowadays? We'll start with Geena.
Um, for the artists that are sitting at home and who are upcoming, I won't talk about the talent that's already established because they already have their comfort zone, and I don't think the stress levels that they have are anything near to the artists that are upcoming or were still growing. I would say that everybody has a lot of talent. Everybody is a superstar um, in their own style, in their own virtuality that they have, and they're all very versatile. They should create their own content. They should put that content, hold on to it, put it on YouTube, put it on our Instagram. Stop selling yourself short to agencies. Stop buying Instagram followers. That money invest in yourself as an artist, on your content, on your songs, and you have been given another chance. And this is your time to grow and strive. You have to be
Beautiful.
aggressive. घर बैठे कुछ नहीं होना. You have to be aggressive, get out of your comfort zone. Nobody's going to hand it to you on a plate. Um, Unfortunately, artist managers जितनी मेहनत कर सकते वो कर रहे हैं, but they're also not God. Um, so I would really advise all of them to wake up and face the reality and really believe in themselves, because I just feel we all have been given a new life. So the things we didn't work hard for, we didn't appreciate, we didn't dream about, it's time to do it now. We've been given that chance to do it. I'm so happy. I feel blessed today that I've met Abhijit and Dhaval and you, because we know names, we don't know faces. We've never
Yeah.
connected, and I hope that when this conference is over, we will connect. And damn it, when
Definitely.
Abhijit, when we get out, we'll go for a beer.
Yeah,
So it's like that. And yeah, so that is the advice I would give to everybody outside, that come on, you've been given an opportunity, don't waste it. Respect yourself. It's your
I
time,
have a compliment for you,
and
Geena.
you can make.
Along with a
Go ahead.
beautiful face, you have a beautiful heart too.
Thank you so much. How sweet. Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
that's what I feel.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gina, for this amazingly genuine and very good message for everybody out there. Thank you so much. What about your message, Dhaval?
If you ask me for event managers, I have a message saying that you guys have to build more marketing needs for your clientele. Different as Abhijit said earlier, that a new concept or a different something different you guys have to plan for your clients. And for artist managers, I know what I am doing. I feel it's the best thing to do right now, which is one, go digital, do as many shows as digital you can for now. Don't make it like a used to thing, because I believe later also where people will not have budgets, they will do digital shows now from now on, because they've seen digital shows and people need their brand, or like an HDFC company or an HSBC bank or something. If they don't have budgets, वो लोगों का कि चलो आज कम budget है, so they will say that चलो live show कर लेते हैं, we will not spend Goa, किसी को नहीं बुलाना है, या we don't want travel plans, or we don't want any इसका hotel stay ये वो, तो they might go for this. And third thing for artist managers, concentrate on television. If you have artists exclusively tied up with you who are into television, because next month the television start hone wala. So we have
Okay.
couple of artists who are into television. So television is going to give you a lot of money. And for actors, also the same thing. Web series and movies ka shoot and everything is going to start. So more than live events, there is a lot of different things what you can do for an artist manager. Digital and television is the main thing you guys can concentrate.
Very nice. Thank you, Dhaval. And over to you, Abhijit. What are your views on the same?
So I
What
feel
message?
this is like Geena and Dhaval rightly shared, that this is the right time to create the content. Initially when we used to do shows, no artist had time to concentrate on content creation. And this is a win-win situation. If you see, this is a win-win situation because the content consumption has gone up by 60%. Because everyone is at home, everyone is glued to the Netflix and all those platforms, OTT platform, which is available right now on YouTube. So this is absolutely the right time to actually go ahead and create more and more content. Just keep exploring, because now is the time where you can just sit down, relax, have a cup of coffee, and just think what content can be created, because this content is gonna take you ahead in future. When 10 months down the line, when this artist manager and the clients will ask you that do you have anything to show for us, I'm talking about the new talent, then you can definitely show all the content which you have created during this period. And likewise, what will happen, not only you will be engaged, but all the programmers, all the producers, the music producers, everyone will be engaged. Even if it's a nominal amount, everyone will make that amount. But the focus should be right now of creating more and more content as far as possible, which can go on the respective channels, and you can promote in this way. Other way is that for managers and for the industry per se, like rightly said, digital is the space. But in digital also there are a lot of brands that can be tapped. Like there are a lot of FMCG brands which are coming on board to do the endorsements. There are a lot of music related brands who are doing endorsements. So we can actually go pitch our artists, and let's try to get some work. This is just a time to explore. Because this initially when we used to do shows, it was all about live and live. Our life rotated around live, because no doubt about it, live gets us money and keeps artists busy. Artist also prefers to be on stage. But now there are a lot of unexplored arena which we can go ahead and check, right from tapping a brand manager to getting an endorsement done, or if we can run a fan contest for our artists where fans are engaged. Every sort of innovative digital content is going to work, and it's going to just help you, because right now you have the time with you. Just keep experimenting. No one is going to catch hold of you for this. In future you don't have time for that. So it's now is the time to experiment as far as possible. And the crux of it also, sometimes I feel it's okay if you don't do anything. Don't be in that peer pressure that everyone is doing. I also have to be in that race of doing everything. Sometimes just sit, relax. You yourself have to give some time
So
to
true, yeah.
think. Like, how do I come back? How do I bounce back when everything starts? How do I roar like a lion? Just sit down and calm and relax. If the lion is not spotted in jungle, doesn't mean he doesn't exist. The day he roars, he's there. Everyone, his existence is felt. So just be there, chill. Like,
This is
Very
such a
well
good
said.
idea
you
to,
don't have to be in that race to कि सबने किया मुझे भी कुछ करना है. I have to go. This is phase. Enjoy the phase. This is going to be one of the best memories of our lifetime. It's not going to repeat again, at least in our lifetime. Hoping so.
you
Hoping
think
so.
so?
Just enjoy the phase. Do think more creative, whatever you can do. And even if you don't do it, it's okay. Just relax. Give time for yourself.
We've all been given a chance to be an Ambani, yeah? All of us.
Yeah.
And thank you so very much. I am delighted to have this opportunity to be here with three amazing personalities with me. And I am very thankful to all three of you on behalf of Sanskriti Events that you all took out your time and came online with us and discussed some really amazing thoughts of yours. So thank you so much, Abhijit, Geena, Dhaval. It was amazing hosting you guys. And I just loved
Thank you.
each part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you
you.
so much, Anjali. It was great. You're a great host, and it was great fun. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone. Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank
Abhijit.
you.
Thank
Stay
you, Geena.
blessed.
Thank
Bye.
you. Stay blessed.
Bye.
Good evening. Bye bye. Bye,
Bye.
Good
everyone.
evening. Bye.
Bye.